Do-it-yourselfers, I'm the Backwoods Mechanic. We all know it's winter time at this moment in time at the recording of this video. So I'm thinking there's people out here, you're driving around, and there's some situations you might run into. Like you're driving down the road, all of a sudden you don't got any heat. All that's blowing through your vents is going to be air. No matter what you change the dial to, it's going to be just cold air coming through those vents. Whether it's your defrost, your vents, your floor, your mix, whatever it is, cold air. You're going to be thinking, oh my God, thermostat? Is it a thermostat? Is my dials bad? Is the blower working? Is the resistor working? All that sort of stuff. And let me go ahead and tell you, specifically if you're driving a Ford older model, you're going to have one thing that you need to check first, and that's going to be your blend door actuator. You see, there's a little door over in the passenger side floorboard that sits right there where your heater core is. Basically, all of your radiator fluid is going to circulate through that heater core, back out through your engine, back into the radiator, la-di-da. Whenever you want air, that heater core is going to be covered up by that blend door. But whenever you want heat, that blend door is supposed to open up, allowing the air to go from the blower through that heater core, thus into your vents, giving you heat. And then whenever you change the dial from vent to defrost and all that stuff, there's generally a vacuum line. Pull a vacuum, which in turn allows things to move back and forth inside of your vent system to change it between the defroster, the floor, the mix, the vents, whatever the case may be. What you gotta do for the vacuum is you track down the hose to where it plugs in at underneath the hood. You pull it up, you see if it's got vacuum. Go back to the floorboard right there beside your blend door, your actuator, and all that stuff. You pull that exact same hose off and you see if it's got suction on it. If it has suction under the hood and it does not got suction under the dash, chances are you need to run yourself a brand new line from under the hood to under the dash and fix that problem. The initial problem that you're going to be having is you got all cold air all the time, no matter what you do. Chances are you got a blend door that's malfunctioning. And what you need is going to be an actuator. So let's dive into this. This is a Ford F-150 early 2000s model. You see the model number right there. You open it up. Here's what it looks like on the inside. This little fella right here gets all your power and it spins. And then that worm gear is supposed to turn all these to where it opens up your blend door. They're honestly some pretty simple devices, but whenever they go bad, then you cannot change your selection between your vent, your floor, your AC, any of that stuff. Plug-in is right here and it mounts into the side of this little black box. We've got this little square shaft that controls the door. Typically you can get yourself a 5/16 1/4-inch drive ratchet and then pop it off of there. First things first, the part number for this is Dorman 604-200. It's an air door actuator. This is for this particular van, and certain other models will take the exact same part number right here. Now I'm not going to show you how to take the old one out and then turn around and put the new one in, because us putting the new one in is going to be the exact same thing as taking the old one out. So it's nice, cheap, and inexpensive, and will save you a whole lot of time and money if you just check this first. Now the basics that you're going to need is some 1/4-inch drive sockets, deep, shallow, either one, and get yourself some 1/4-inch ratchets, preferably flex head of some sort. This one coming a 3-pack for $5 down there at Harbor Freight. You got the 1/4-inch, 3/8, 1/2-inch drive. You ain't going to put a lot of high torque on those. They'll be perfectly fine. The head flexes on them, nice, round, compact. As you can see, compared to the others, it will get in tight confined spaces. You got the Roto head ratchet from Pittsburgh, perfectly fine. Or the one that I like going to most of the time, the gear wrench, 84-tooth, 92-tooth design. This is the passenger side floorboard. Look up where your feet's going to go. Right here you go. Your blend door is right here and behind this. Now in order to get that out, you do got a Phillips 4-way in 1 or 2 locations on this. You got some fasteners right here on the bottom that you can take loose, and some of them on the side that you can take loose. But the actuator itself will be mounted right over here where that little white plug is. See that little teeny tiny white plug? It plugs into your actuator. The shaft gets shoved inside there, hooks into the blend door. You plug it back up, insert 4 these little screws right here, and you're good to go. Now here's what your actuator looks like. This is going to go into the blend door. That's the big shaft. And then right there's the plug-in. It is that simple. Right here is your screw pattern location. So you're going to know exactly where this goes by pulling it out and putting the new one back in the exact same way. And here's an up-close visual of what the blend door looks like. It can only go in one way because the top of the square has a hump in it. So whenever you get back there, it's only going to go in one way, and then you're going to attach all of your fasteners. Now whenever you go to slide that in there, you're going to have to slide the shaft on the actuator inside of the hump, and you're going to have to turn it upright. It's not going to slide all the way in there. You're just going to stick the head of it in and twist it. And then you're going to line it up with those 4 screw holes. You're going to get your screw started, then you're going to tighten them up. You're going to plug up the actuator. And then once you get everything fastened down, start it up and try it out. In this case, this one's working, and it's working good. All right, now if you get this changed and you've got heat, which we do got heat, so that was one of the problems, but it's only blowing through the defroster now. If it's only blowing through the defroster, then more than likely the problem is going to be these hoses right here. Right, this runs off air. Probably got a hole in it, something here jacked up, and it runs through and underneath your hood and plugs in right over top of where your thermostat is in some cases. So just kind of check all that stuff out, because that could potentially be one of the problems right here as to why the vent doors are not opening, closing, doing what they should be doing to transfer the heat through your vent system. So everything's going through defrost. And this should run up through right here and plug in right here, run down through there. So most people can easily just take this off, replace that hose, run a new one up through here just to test it out and verify that that's the problem. In that case, just shoot it through here somewhere, wherever you can get it in at, or whatever hole is convenient that works for you. Now, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you like videos like this, how to do-it-yourself instructional videos, like tools, tool store tours, learning about tools, where they're made, are they good, are they bad, when you should buy them, what circumstances you should use them, industrial machine, commercial equipment, appliance repair, and much more. I do a little bit of everything on this channel. Why don't you go ahead, pop the clutch on that subscribe button, comment down below if this video helped you out. Stay tuned to the channel, because I've got plenty more to come. And follow on all these social media platforms. Next time, thanks for watching, and remember, let's go Brandon.